agreement done between Nico Williams and Barcelona on the contract.
The nightmare experienced by Real Madrid players like Vinicius and Mbappe last season against Barcelona still seems to haunt them. Mbappe, looking downcast, explained his absence by claiming he had a fever, while Vinny was completely lost on the pitch, showing no reaction. The truth is, they still don't seem to have recovered from the beating handed out by a Barça team filled with high school kids aged 17 to 20, and the trauma, it seems, is still fresh in their minds. Real Madrid's disappointing 1-1 draw with Al Hilal at the FIFA Club World Cup highlighted a growing issue: the poor form of Vinicius Jr. Ever since he found out he wouldn't win the Ballon d'Or, the Brazilian star has looked dispirited and far from the explosive level he's shown in the past. Without Mbappe, Vinicius was expected to lead the team, but instead his performance was riddled with errors, poor decisions, and a lack of chemistry with teammates. Once again, he struggled against a seasoned defender, in this case João Cancelo, just as he had previously against Kyle Walker, Araujo, and Koundé. What worries Real Madrid the most isn't just his numbers, but his attitude. Vinicius seems to emotionally switch off whenever the game doesn't go his way. Against Al Hilal, he received a yellow card for diving just 15 minutes in, and was substituted in the 80th minute. If he truly wants to get back into the Ballon d'Or race, that "I'll do 10 times more if I have to" mentality must become reality. Even though Barcelona isn't participating in the Club World Cup, Barça fans still found joy in Real Madrid's draw with Al Hilal. The spotlight was on João Cancelo, a former Barça player now at the Saudi club, who delivered a solid performance and helped contain the Merengues. Despite spending just one tough, titleless season at Barça, one that also saw Xavi's departure, Cancelo still maintains a deep connection with the club and has publicly expressed his love for the team and the city.
I'm a Barça fan. It's normal.
What do you think was missing?
I love Barça. I love my time in Barça. I love the group in Barça.
Yes.
But now I'm in Al Hilal. I'm very happy here. So yeah, we need to continue to in this way.
Seeing a Barça fan like Cancelo frustrate Real Madrid on a global stage brought a small but symbolic sense of satisfaction to the culés, a reminder that the Blaugrana spirit can shine even from afar. According to Sport, Ansu Fati's transfer to AS Monaco is facing complications. Though the deal once seemed close, financial issues are now stalling negotiations, particularly over who will pay the player's high salary. Monaco coach Adi Hütter is demanding reinforcements before preseason begins, and the club's patience is running thin. The structure of the deal has changed multiple times, from a permanent transfer to a possible loan with an option to buy. Monaco is unwilling to cover more than half of Ansu's wages, while Barcelona insists the French club can take on a larger portion. If the deadlock continues, the deal may fall through and Monaco will seek alternatives on the market. With Barça focused on signing Nico Williams and having already secured Juan Garcia, the club needs to offload players, and Ansu is on the exit list. He still has undeniable talent, but needs trust and consistent minutes to rediscover his form. And let's be honest, if Monaco truly believes in his potential, they should cover at least 80% of his salary, no less. If he regains his rhythm, Ansu could become a key piece in Monaco's renewed ambition to fight for the League One title. Earlier negotiations involved a $12 million fee with a $20 million buy option. Marc-Andre ter Stegen is going through a tense period at Barcelona, especially after the arrival of Joan Garcia, which casts doubt over his future at the club. According to Sport, the German keeper was already frustrated last season after not being selected for the final La Liga match against Athletic Club. After recovering from a long-term injury, ter Stegen expected to return to the pitch, but coach Hansi Flick opted for Iñaki Peña instead, a decision that shocked the German. This choice also cost him a contract bonus tied to appearances, further fueling his discontent. With growing competition and mounting frustration, ter Stegen's future at Barça now appears more uncertain than ever. And here we go. Transfer guru Fabrizio Romano has reported new updates on the Nico Williams saga. He stated that Barcelona has taken a decisive step towards signing Nico, reaching full agreement on personal terms, a contract until 2031 with a net salary between €7-8 million per season.
So we are really entering into the crucial, important stages of the Nico Williams operation. What's going on, guys? Last Friday, so almost 1 week ago, the agent of Nico Williams decided to travel to Barcelona and tell Barça director Deco that the intention of the player was very clear and was to go to Barcelona. So big change compared to last summer. You remember that Barça decided to go for Dani Olmo also because they had a feeling that Dani Olmo really wanted to go to Barcelona. Was not the same with Nico Williams. This summer, Nico sends clear message to Barça. I want to come and join Barça. That was the message from Nico, his agent, to Deco, Barça director. So really appreciated by Barcelona. The story is that then Barcelona started to work for Nico. So to understand the technical details of the release clause, the payment terms, the financial fair play, several stuff around this 58 million euros release clause, plus taxes, so it's over 60 million euros package for Nico Williams, plus contract and salary. But now, in the last 24 hours, with Deco traveling to Ibiza, where there is Nico Williams, and also he had a contact with the agent of Nico Williams, we can say that the agreement between Nico and Barcelona on the contract is now done and completed. How is this contract? Not 5 but 6-year contract, same as Juan Garcia, so 6-year deal 2031, and the salary is gonna be around 7-8 million euros total package net per season. So Nico Williams basically decides to accept almost, it's just a small changes in the bonuses, the same salary they offered from Barcelona 1 year ago. 1 year ago, Nico Williams was not convinced, was not accepting, not just financially, but also about his decision to stay at Athletic Bilbao, play the Europa League with the club, dream of the final in San Mamés in Bilbao with Athletic, so he decided to stay at the club. This summer, Nico first said yes to Barcelona, I'm coming, and then stopped all the negotiations with the other clubs, because it's already 3-4 days that Nico stopped all the negotiations with Bayern and with the English clubs, despite 2 meetings with Bayern. Nico wants to go to Barça, and now Nico agrees on personal terms. Now the Nico operation is on Barcelona hands to make it happen with financial fair play, paying the race close, trigger all the technical details and make the deal happen. But we are really into important stages of the Nico operation, and we will be following that one.
The hardest part, convincing Nico, is already done. The winger is so determined to wear the Blaugrana shirt that he accepted a lower salary than what Athletic Club offered, around 10 million euro, and is even willing to pressure his current club into negotiating, potentially avoiding the full payment of his 58 million euro release clauses. Despite Athletic's usual reluctance to negotiate exits, Barca remains active in talks and is prepared to trigger the clause if needed. Barcelona's focus shift toward Nico Williams didn't come as a surprise to other targets like Rashford, Luis Diaz, and Perisic, according to Mundo Deportivo. Rashford, 27, sees Nico's arrival as logical within Barca's strategy of strengthening youth. He believes both can coexist, as he can play across the entire front line and even serve as a backup to Lewandowski. His desire to play for Barca is strong, and his price is lower, around 30 million euro, or possibly even on loan. Luis Diaz, meanwhile, faces more challenges. Though he also dreams of playing for Barca, Liverpool won't release him for less than 70-80 million euro. He does score more than Nico, but his fate depends on the English club. Still, Diaz remains hopeful, even acknowledging that Nico is well liked in Barca's dressing room. Personally, my ranking would be Nico Williams first, due to his strong connection with Barca players, especially the face of the new Barca, Lamine Yamal, then Luis Diaz, and finally, Rashford. What would your order be? Spanish legend David Silva has praised Lamine Yamal. Impressed by the youngster's maturity, self-confidence, and early impact in European football, Silva said, "Lamine is incredible. At his age, he's astonishing the football world." Silva highlighted the 17-year-old's composure and expressed hope that he remains with the Spanish national team for a long time. With a trophy cabinet already boasting La Liga, Copa del Rey, Supercopa, and now a European title with Spain, Yamal is establishing himself as one of football's brightest emerging stars. Despite his own brilliant career, Silva never played for Barcelona or Real Madrid, something that still intrigues fans. When asked about it, he responded naturally, "There was a chance, but football goes where it has to go." With no regrets, Silva made his mark in the Premier League, becoming a Manchester City legend. Now retired, he watches the new generation with admiration, especially Lamine Yamal, who clearly has his attention and admiration.